All right, Jacoby, let's go over your last match here.
Yeah.
You did a baller-ass move. You beat Ethan Beller with his own strength. That is the definition of having your cake and eating it, too. You're going up against Antonio Chavez. This is what we call a double-edged sword. He beat your rival Kirk, which is great. But it's bad because he also beat your rival Kirk.
That's true.
Which means that he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But we do have Joe Harrison as a manager, so maybe he'll misdirect him, be like, hey, respin this thing, and then hey, round 3, take movie sandwiches. I don't know, just in spite of me. What are your thoughts?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm feeling a little loose. That last match I was so nervous about, but I think this shirt is good luck. I literally have not taken it off since I won. So I'm hoping the residual funk on it will provide some good karma going forward.
Tell you what, if you win, you will earn a shower this week.
Oh, yes, finally. Yes. I'm waiting for that for the New British Empire, but I'm ready to go. Bring it, Antonio.
I don't know how to follow that. Pretty much, I've been looking forward to this since I beat Kirk. I know Jacoby's just as tough. I got to give him his props. What do you think, man? I think this is going to be a very interesting match.
This is a very interesting match. I think we just have to go in guns blazing. He beat Beller, who beat you, but then you beat Kirk, who beat him. So I think you guys are actually evenly matched. I locked myself in a basement to make sure that I was focused on being the best manager for you, and I hope that can carry us and you can get this win.
Yes, I definitely want to keep this going, man, for you, for me, and just keep this winning streak going. And this will definitely be an interesting match. And Jacoby, let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. And back from the dead, it's Brian Michaels.
I'm not dead. I just look dead. I'm not that old. Come on.
But it's been a while since you've been on the desk. Good to have you back. We got a good match. Jacoby versus Antonio. Winner gets to be in the #1 contenders match against Jake Maringoni. This is going to be very, very interesting, actually. These are two rookies who both went out round 2 of the singles tournament that we did in the summer, and now they are here and they've made their comebacks. Really, I think now they're the strongest they have been. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun and very interesting. 2 cents, Brian?
I think these are two guys who are very underestimated around here or overlooked. Because, I mean, they've quietly built up, 3-1 records, and they're one step away from a #1 contender match. I think people know their stuff, they know they're smart, but I think, when you realize how close these guys are to playing for a championship, this is going to be a good match.
Yeah, definitely. So with that being said, let's get everybody into the ring. So introducing first, coming into the ring with a record of, yes, I believe 3 wins, 1 defeat. It is Jacoby Blockbuster Bancroft representing the New British Empire and insert name here.
Yeah. You're not in the basement.
And introducing second, brought into the ring by his manager, Joe Harrison. It is Antonio the Assassin Chavez with a record of 3-1 as well. Okay, now that everybody's here, let's get started. 8 questions, 8 different categories. You get them all right, you get a bonus question. You get 3 repeats and a challenge. And remember to keep your hands on screen at all times and your hands and legs inside the ride. Don't fall off. So your first question is going to come in the category of 90s movies. Who plays Gomez Addams in The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values? Did you see the new one?
I did not. This trailers just did nothing for me.
Same. The animation looked creepier.
I was all for an animated version of it, but that one, I saw the trailer. I'm like, nope, never mind.
2, 1. Okay, let's start with Antonio. Antonio.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Okay,
my answer is wrong, but Ricky Lee.
Okay, Antonio, are you there? You're frozen.
I think that counts as a redo of a question. That's fine with me. I'm happy with that.
Okay, you're there. There you are, Antonio.
Okay, good.
You were
I didn't want
for like
to move at all. I didn't want to move at all. I didn't want no controversy. All right.
Antonio.
Okay. Raul Julia.
That is correct.
Yep.
Okay, Antonio strikes first blood. Will Jacoby strike first blood part 2? Let's see in our next question.
Question 2 coming in the category of comedies. Why is Rod trying to raise money in the movie Hot Rod?
I think this movie's okay.
I didn't really like this movie, although I've liked the other stuff that the Lonely Island guys have gone on to do. Like Pop Star, I think is hilarious.
I would agree. I think this one is them kind of being forced into doing more of like a frat pack style comedy, so it doesn't quite work as well.
2, 1, markers down. I will start with Antonio.
I never saw the movie. To buy a car.
And Jacoby.
It's to save his dad's life so he can beat him up.
That is the
That's acceptable.
specific answer, but yeah, that is correct.
Now I want to see it.
Okay, your next question is going to come in the category of it is okay, actors and actresses. What character is played by Orlando Bloom in 2004's Troy?
Are we doing suspense before every question now?
We are doing my
Your next category is
to load the question doc. That's what we're doing.
Like one of those game shows. It takes forever to do each question.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
Let's start with Jacoby.
Paris, right?
And Antonio.
Paris, Prince of Troy.
Both correct.
All right. Question 4 in the category of
You're killing me, Brian. Horror. Okay.
horror. What is the first name of Jamie Lee Curtis' character in the Halloween franchise?
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Not that movie.
I would talk, but I kind of want to just have him sing the whole song.
No,
5,
good.
4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Antonio.
Lori.
And Jacoby.
Lori.
That's correct.
Correct.
Sorry, my L kind of looks like a C, but that is Lori.
Yes.
I want to make sure I have points right. Is it 4-3, Brian?
It's 3-3.
3-3. Okay.
You just got one wrong.
Unless I'm the 4, then I would take that.
Your next question comes in the category of Oscars. Or no, action adventure. I skipped ahead. Action adventure. Well, now you know what the next category is.
So
But
it's
action adventure.
action
What 2013 action film was directed by Bong Joon-ho and starred Chris Evans?
Of course, Bong Joon-ho.
Yes. I don't want to say too much about this guy, but I may or may not have seen a movie recently of his. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Antonio.
Is this Snowpiercer?
And Jacoby.
Snowpiercer.
Both correct.
You just want to rave about Parasite, don't you? I just know it.
Yes, I do.
He does.
Parasite
He
was
does.
really good. It was very, very good.
Supposed to see it tomorrow, so we'll see.
I don't
All
know.
right. Well, Caleb spoiled it, but the next category is Oscars. Name the only film for which James Stewart has won an Oscar. Has won an Oscar.
Is James Stewart an actor you like, Brian?
I do actually. It's only like the last year or so I decided to start kind of binging his films. I mean, I'd seen 1 or 2 here and there, but I watched a ton of them over the last year or so, and I really like most of them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jacoby.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
And Antonio.
Vertigo?
Both incorrect. We're looking for the Philadelphia Story.
Oh.
Catherine Hepburn and Cary Grant.
Good. I was between 2, and that was not one of them. So
Okay, your next question. Scott Mance's favorite category. Movie release dates. What year saw the release of My Fair Lady and Doctor Strangelove? You know, speaking of Halloween songs, Brian, do you remember when Will Smith did the rap to Nightmare on Elm Street?
That began the nightmare on my street. Bong, bong, doo, doo.
We
5,
need more Will Smith
4,
theme songs.
3, 2, 1. Markers down.
Antonio.
1960?
And Jacoby.
68.
Ooh,
Let's split the difference.
64.
Dang it. Yeah.
And your final question in round 1 comes in the category of directors. Who directed Uncle Buck?
I want you to go downtown, take this quarter, and get a rat to gnaw that thing off your face.
I haven't seen this movie in forever. I couldn't quote it for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. Jacoby.
Harold Ramis.
And Antonio.
I said John Hughes.
It is John Hughes.
Oh, it is.
All right, so Antonio does take the 1-point lead there, if I'm not mistaken, 5-4.
That is what I have.
Okay, they are all very close. As we get into the wheel round is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 different categories on our lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com, including spinners and opponent's choice. The person who spins will get to spin, and if they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they are stuck with it. There's going to be 5 questions in whatever category you get. Get it right, you get 2 points. You get a multiple choice, you get 1. And if you get it wrong, the opponent gets a chance to steal. The categories on our wheel tonight are Antonio's strength of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Spinner's choice, Jacoby's strength of Charlie Kaufman, Tarantino, which is Antonio's strength, Michael Shannon, which is Jacoby's, opponent's choice, movie quotes, Oscars, workplace movies, and Meryl Streep. So, Antonio, you are in the lead, and we'll bring your manager in. Do you want to spin first or defer?
I kind of want to spin first.
Yeah, you're feeling confident? Let's go ahead. Spin first.
Spin first.
Meryl Streep.
Okay.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. And it's going to land on movie quotes. You want to keep that or spin
How are you
again?
feeling? Are you? Both your strengths are still on the way. I think you.
Yeah. Let me
You
just
wanna
spin again.
Yeah, let's spin again.
Okay, and this is what
Let it ride. Let it ride.
Jacoby's strength of Michael Shannon.
Okay.
Brian, would you like to give Antonio his questions in the category Michael Shannon?
Sure. All right. Question 1 for Antonio in Michael Shannon movies. What is the first movie based on a DC comic that Michael Shannon appeared in?
Jonah Hex.
That is correct for 2 points. Question 2. What is the occupation of Shannon's character Bobby Monday in Premium Rush? Answer, repeat, or multiple choice in 5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, a bike messenger, B, a bookie, C, a police detective, or D, a lawyer?
A detective.
That is correct for 1 point. Question 3 in Michael Shannon. Michael Shannon appeared in what Keanu Reeves action film?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Chain Reaction, B, Speed, C, Point Break, or D, Johnny Mnemonic?
Five, 4.
D.
That is incorrect for the steal, Jacoby.
Can I have the options one more time?
The options are A, Chain Reaction, B, Speed, C, Point Break, or D, Johnny Mnemonic.
Speed?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Chain Reaction. Chain Reaction.
The classic Keanu Reeves movie.
With Morgan Freeman. Question 4, Michael Shannon. In 99 Homes, why does Andrew Garfield agree to help Michael Shannon evict people from their homes?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, to pay off gambling debts, B, to get his own home back, C, he's being blackmailed, or D, he needs to make child support payments?
C.
Incorrect, Jacoby?
One more time options? Sorry.
A, to pay off gambling debts, B, to get his own home back, C, he's being blackmailed, or D, child support payments.
Two of them both factor into the movie. Get his own home back.
That is correct for 1 point. And your last question, Antonio and Michael Shannon. What actress co-starred with Michael Shannon in 2006's Bug?
Ashley Judd?
That is correct for 2 points.
Good job.
Okay, so I have Antonio picking up 6 points?
I have him with just
5.
5.
Sorry, 5.
Yeah.
5. So for a total of 10, and Jacoby got 1 point steal, bringing him up to 5.
Yep. 10-5 going into Jacoby's spin.
All right. Come on, Wheel. Please be my friend.
Okay. Jacoby, you're going to land on MCU. You want to keep that or spin again?
Can I talk to my manager?
Let's stick with the plan here. We're gonna spin again.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's spin again.
Okay, and this is the category you're stuck with. Just missed opponent's choice. It is movie quotes.
Let's do it.
Okay, and I will be giving you your questions in that category. So, Jacoby, your first question in the category of movie quotes is, if I can actually... Okay, your first question in the category of movie quotes is, what romantic comedy has the quote, "Life is not the amount of breaths you take, it's the moments that take your breath away"?
That's
5.
multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice options are A, Love Actually, B, When Harry Met Sally, C, Hitch, D, Serendipity.
Love Actually.
Incorrect, Antonio, for the 1 point steal.
Is it Hitch?
That is correct for 1 point. Okay, your next question. What film opens with Steve Martin beginning his life story with, "I was born a poor black child"?
Is it The Jerk?
That is correct for 2 points. In what holiday film will you hear the classic Toy Story line, "You are a sad, strange little man"?
So it's not Toy Story.
5.
Multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice options are A, The Santa Claus, B, The Santa Claus 2, C, The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, D, Christmas with the Cranks.
Can you repeat the options one more time? I'm sorry.
A, The Santa Claus, B, The Santa Claus 2, C, The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, D, Christmas with the Cranks.
I'm going to go with C.
That is incorrect, Antonio, for the 1 point steal.
Can you repeat the options?
A, The Santa Claus, B, The Santa Claus 2, C, The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, D, Christmas with the Cranks.
Santa Claus 2.
That is correct for 1 point. What film begins with the line, I'll start that over. What film begins with the line, "I believe in the Church of Baseball"?
Multiple choice.
A, Bull Durham, B, Major League, C, The Natural, D, Moneyball.
Bull Durham.
Correct for 1 point. And your final question. Finish the line from The Departed. When you're facing a blank blank, what's the difference?
A loaded gun.
Correct for 2 points. So, Jacoby, even though Antonio did get some steals in there, he did get 5 points there, bringing his score up to 10. Antonio getting those 2 steals, though, bringing his score to 12. So 12-10, if I'm not mistaken, as we go into round 3, which is our Pick Your Poison round. It's going to work like this. Our competitors are going to get to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-pointer. And Antonio is going to get to pick first from these 6 categories: family films, actors and actresses, comedy, 90s, drama, and romance/romantic comedies. We will let them pick their categories right now, and we will get back to you right now. Okay, so our competitors have picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-pointer. Jacoby has picked his 4 in comedy, his 3 in romance, his 2 in drama, and his 1 in actors and actresses. Whereas Antonio has picked his 4 in drama, his 3 in comedy, his 2 in actors and actresses, and his 1 in 90s. Brian, you want to take Jacoby's questions since Jacoby is
certainly. So we'll start Jacoby off with his 1-point question: actors and actresses. James Caan and Will Ferrell appeared in what 2000s film?
Elf.
That is correct for 1 point. You're still behind by 1 point, so we'll stick with you for your 2-point in dramas. And that is, who plays the girlfriend who breaks up with Miles Teller at the beginning of The Spectacular Now?
Brie Larson.
That is correct for 2 points.
And Jacoby is in the lead. So, Antonio, your 1-point question in the category of 90s?
Yeah.
Okay. Who plays U.S. Marshal Karen Sisko in Out of Sight?
Jennifer Lopez.
Correct for 1 point.
Let's just call it a draw.
And we are all tied up, but Antonio has more questions, so we will stick with him in your 2-pointer of actors and actresses. Which film starred Tommy Lee Jones, Sissy Spacek, Gary Oldman, and Kevin Costner? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
What film starred Tommy Lee Jones, Sissy Spacek, Gary Oldman, and Kevin Costner?
JFK.
Correct for 2 points.
Scores 15-13 now as Jacoby goes into his 3-point question in the category of romance/romantic comedies. In The Notebook, Allie says that she believes she was reincarnated from what animal in a previous life?
A swan.
Incorrect.
I'm assuming she does not specifically say swan. We have bird down. That's what we have.
We have bird. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't speak on
Isn't
that.
it when they're I just remember the scene where they're around a bunch of swans, and I thought she says that.
Would you like to challenge? I can double check it.
Sure, just why not? Right? Just,
Okay.
Sorry,
So we have bird, but I want to make sure that she did not specify swan at some point.
Yeah, I think at this point, Jacoby, it's worth using the challenge, because unless we get like a massive fuck you question in round, yeah.
So we do have an official challenge. We're gonna go check on that, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, we have conferred. We'll get these managers out of here, but we have decided that swan is incorrect. There are no swans in that specific scene. There is a scene in The Notebook with swans. It's not the scene where she says the bird line, so we can't give Jacoby the point. So we still will stick with Jacoby for his 4-pointer.
Okay,
4-pointer.
so
It's 13-15, right?
it's 13-15. So you need to get this question right.
Cool. All right. I guess I don't need that.
Okay. In comedies, what's the last name of the creepy family that Tom Hanks faces off against in The Burbs?
Oh God.
I believe you have all 3 repeats left if you want. 5, 4.
Yeah, repeat.
First repeat. In the category of comedies, what is the last name of the creepy family that Tom Hanks faces off against in The Burbs?
I get this one and Money Pit mixed up. Anyone else do that?
5.
The Greens.
3.
And your winner, Antonio, the Assassin Chavez, punching his ticket to the number 1 contender match for a shot at Jeremy Adams against Jake Maringoni. Let's go to our winner first and his manager. How are you guys feeling about that win?
That's a lot tougher than I expected. I'm glad that we kept it kind of like, neck and neck in the first round. Michael Shannon freaked me out, but I was glad I was able to keep pace a little bit. I mean, I did actually study a little bit, so I'm glad that I actually know some of the guys' work. I was to win. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to do was just win.
I'm feeling just I'm feeling guilty about this win. I'm so happy. We're going up against Jake. Jake is an amazing competitor, but I think Jeremy needs something new, a different flavor than Jake. He's beaten Jake before. So I think Antonio can get the job done against Jake and give Jeremy a run for his money.
I would just like to add, Joe, don't drink anything out of a jar in that creepy basement because you know what that is.
I don't even know what's in it.
Peach tea from
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
Well, that'll be a very good match. I'll be very excited for Antonio versus Jake. Let's go over to Jacoby and Brooklyn. How are you feeling about that?
It happened. I get it. It was a lot of fun. Antonio's great. That was a good match. It's what I wanted it to be. It's back and forth. My only goal throughout a lot of these matches is always just to keep pace in round 1, which is it's always good to do. So I'm happy about that. Sorry I couldn't pull off the win today, of course, but I'll be back later next time at a later point, and I hope Antonio goes all the way. I hope he beats Jake and really socks it to Jeremy.
Yeah. I'm personally kind of annoyed. I feel like Jacoby sort of did the best with the hand that he was given. We didn't have a favorable round 2, but he was kind of like, it was almost coming, just considering the luck that he has gotten in previous matches. Mm-hmm. Antonio has a really good base knowledge. That's something that we knew going into this match, and that's probably something that we'll work on going into the next run. I think Jacoby has shown that that your strengths do not necessarily mean your strengths. Jacoby has shown that he can take your strength and shove it right up your keister. But Jacoby, despite your loss, you still will get a shower this week.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was worried about. That's all I wanted.
It fucking stinks in the cafeteria. Like,
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Boatman here hasn't eaten in days just because of the stench. Come on.
It was a superstitious thing. I had to do it.
Well, as my great-grandfather used to say, wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first.
Never heard you say that one before.
No?
As we go, final thoughts, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the match that we thought everything was going to be. It really came down. It wasn't going to be a KO. It wasn't going to be a TKO. It came down to round 3. It was a tough pull in that notebook decision because he had the right idea. It just he went a little bit too specific, which maybe is kind of known around here as the Brian Michaels. I tend to give too much information and get questions wrong. But it was a good match. It's going to be real exciting to see Antonio go up against Jake because that I kind of like seeing matches where it's kind of the old blood versus the new blood, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, this is Jake Maringoni has been here since the beginning of Warzone, one of the original Warzone showrunners, going up against somebody who didn't debut until the tournament. I think that is fascinating. That's going to be interesting. I'm very excited. So with that being said, from Jacoby, from Antonio, from the managers, from Brian, and from me, Kaleb Boatman, see you around sometime.